Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I am your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by generous financial, social, and just general support from our good friends over at indiecd.org. Yes, indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest musicians, authors, editors, proofreaders, basically everybody you need to make things happen. Go to indiecd.org. For the low cost of $40, you too could join their ranks. It's a one-time, lifetime fee to be hosted, established, and not have to worry about the whims of rocket-crazed billionaires and the great, are they a lizard person? Are they a sentient AI having taken over a biological body? You may never know. Instead, you can trust the one and only Joe Bachman, who will build you a high-quality web presence. You'll be part of a community, including a great calendar of upcoming events. And, boy, it doesn't sound like I was running around right before the show, does it? We also are made possible by, hold on, because I'm actually in the wrong banner set, the Indie Creator Con. IndieCD.con will be at Fowler, Indiana. Okay, it's at the Annex building, which is also referred to as the Purdue Extension in lovely Fowler, Indiana. Next month, February 24th. The site will be open 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. because that's how long I have to be there. And you guys know me. I love to be the first one on site and the last one to pack up. It's going to be a great chance to meet some wonderful authors, creators, artists. We actually have to take a pause on accepting vendors right now to reevaluate the space to see if we can put more in and still keep a decent traffic flow. So I'm very excited about that. We've got about 10 vendors right now, including myself, Joe Bachman, and our lovely wives, Amanda and Trelena. We have Alec Martin. I thought Brian K. Morris was coming. I think he has forgotten he said he was coming, so we shall see about that. Carl Witzman. Let's see, we just had a rush. Damian Waldron I can never say that man's last name. I love his stuff, but I can never say his last name. And a bunch of others have piled in. It's going to be great. If you go to the Facebook event page, I think we can get a full list going there. Wow, I'm disheveled today. I'll explain why in a moment. But guys, mark your calendars. It's free to attend. If you want a table, and if I can squeeze you in, it's a $50 table fee. That's only because I figured I could get about 10 to a few more people in. That's so I can afford to book the site next time. That's my only concern asking you guys for the money, because I want to keep it free for the public, because I find events that are free to the public just draw a lot more. And Fowler, Indiana could use free events that might elevate things. And I love doing good in communities where I can do good. All right. We're also made possible by sales of, well, not this yet, although I'll be talking about that. We'll start with the biggies. The simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear, guys. These are my three parts of my ongoing Western martial arts manual. Starts here, where you can go from, so I've never held a sword, to how to handle swords, how to teach the art, how to assess your opponents, and then expands into other weapons that I am rather familiar with. Expect more in that category in the next couple months as I wrap up a couple near finished projects. We're also made possible by the Big Stompy Robots line of games, books, and apps, because folks, there's still apps at bit.ly/jbtechapps. And when the world settles down, and Joe Bachman and I aren't both juggling multiple projects, we have plans long term. I have some great things in works to help him do stuff. And speaking of games, I'll just grab one off of this pile. Melee games, the game of tactics in the current Middle Ages. A game I came up with 20 years ago is finally available in published paperback. It used to be you could only get this in office-style print from yours truly at conventions, but I wanted to get this little game in more hands because it's a lot of fun. We also, I know I'm going through my line, guys, are made possible by Through the Thinning Veil. 7 scary stories to chill your bones, some of which are taken from my time as a paranormal consultant. Some are absolute fiction. It's up to you to decide. And, of course, very soon, Haints and Hellfire. Now, how close are we to Haints and Hellfire? I have a cover. Trelena Bachman, who is a goddess, and this is going right smooth into my accountability, folks, is proofreading everything that I missed. I did not expect her to. I expected her to read the book and simply enjoy it, tell me if she liked everything. But she is, of course, a goddess, so she's going through highlighting errors and question marks, and I'm going through to double check that either it's written right and I like it, or it needs fixed. And believe it or not, that is part of why I am disheveled more than usual. I was up till 4:30 this morning because I got in that goblinoid, chaotic, deep focus mode, hyper focus on just working on the book, and I got all the formatting except chapter breaks. So all I have to do is figure out where I want my chapter breaks to be, and then format the table of contents. I already have cover. I have a good idea of what's going to be written on the back. I am hoping to possibly have this done as early as the end of this week, making it the first publication of many in 2024. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention a publication in 2024. Luke Stone will be at IndieCD.com, and I look forward to seeing him there. Now, normally, my accountability has been of the nose to the grindstone today and earlier, and it can be tricky. It's a lot of work when it comes to cleaning up your books. That's a lot of work doing the back end. But guys, it's really, really worth it. And I know sometimes it may not feel like it. And yes, there are aspects I am trying to get better at. But we get better by talking to people who are higher up the chain than us, men like the incomparable Brian K. Morris. And I realized, are you feeling a little claustrophobic? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I finally realized what's a little off. I've snuggled in a little too close, and maybe you guys want a little air. So let me just back off a bit, give you guys some space, tone it down. I know it's Monday, and Mondays can be a drag. I know there's foul weather, cold weather, unpleasantness hitting in four-letter words that uh, are white and not where anyone wants it. But guys, this is 2024, and we have an opportunity, like we always have at the beginning of the new year, to improve our situation, improve our standings. And that, my dear friends, is exactly what I'm going to do with this. I have things I need to get out, and I have things I need to change and fix and improve. And my phone just committed suicide. Yeah. Sir, that was unnecessarily dramatic. Anyway, and that's only going to change by us doing something about it. Now, about a week ago, a large number of people were doing the lines like, "New year, new me." And I'm going to tell you, that's cute. And I know by now a large number of them have already quit doing what they're doing. But you guys, you wonderful people in the chat who are having way too much fun in the comments already, you are actually doing things. You're writing, you're promoting, you're improving, you're taking looking at marketing techniques, you're toying with keywords and grinding, finding conventions and packing vans. Guys, we are the modern wandering vendors, the wandering tinkers and peddlers of our day. We stride across the internet and the highway system with equal glee, seeking out to bring our wares to a public that would not already have them. And yes, I know it can be both intimidating when you hear things about people using AI to write their books, and people who make all this money, supposedly doing no content things, and you're sitting here putting out quality stuff and wondering why is this not happening for me? But guys, you're doing it and making it better and making it real, and that matters. And this is Monday, and I'm going into the week. Oh yeah, I'm going into the week tired and strung out. I didn't have proper breakfast, so I am currently running on peppermint bark. I'm not kidding. And it will be running on granola bars once I hit the break in a couple minutes, while Joe informs you of the glory of what he's doing. But that's good. These are the good times. We will look back on these days in our age as golden and wonderful. Because yes, it's scary. It's scary to set up a convention. It's scary to put a book out. Heck, I love Trelena more than any other woman that I am not married to. And I'm still shook realizing she's going through finding the faults. Joe Bachman is my brother from another mother. I mean, these two people are those I trust more than anybody. And I have to go. I'm trying to promote Indie CD at this convention because that was my first thought. As soon as I said, Mandy and I were talking, like, we need a convention in Fowler. We could use this to promote Indie CD. I still worry in my soul, all the way down to my fur little hobbit feet, that I'm not going to do enough or be right or whatever for Joe. But I'm going to tell you how I'm able to do the same way I'm able to plug into this program and look at you wonderful, beautiful people this Manic Monday morning. I do it by being motivated by the fact that no one else is. And perhaps some of the things I can do, no one else can do. They're not always fiscally profitable, but I have this knack for starting ripples that do good in the world. And I've watched those ripples bounce around and do good. And I look at the people I support, like Brian K. Morris, like Joe Bachman, like Carl Witzman, like Trelena, who has some literary projects she needs to be working on. She knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, there's no mercy. I have no scrap of mercy for her or anybody else. You know that when it comes to motivation. But my lovely wife, who makes all this possible, is the reason why I'm not working some job with "Hi, my name is Joe" strapped to my chest in a polo shirt of agony. They're called Joe jobs, Joe. Anyway. And yes, it's like I can see him. Sometimes I can't. I'm not crazy. He's really there. No, I do it because no one else can. And I really believe I'm holding the line till somebody can do it better. You know, I recently got some DMs that I want to address a little bit, because well-meaning individual sought to call me out. Nick, they said, you used to Nerd Bacon, Luke Stone's show, hit 100 episodes. You weren't on. You used to do Red Valkyrie Presents Dice Dudes and Dames. And you used to show up more on Stupid O'Clock and all these other programs. I go where I can do the most good. And when I am needed, I try to be there. But when someone greater than me comes in to do the job, or more effective or more known or whatever, I don't complain. I move to the next place where I can do good. And that's okay, because it's about planting the seed. And sometimes you're planting the seed of the idea of sales in somebody. Sometimes you're planting the seed of hope in somebody who's lacking. Sometimes you're planting the seed of interest by just drawing attention in. But once they outgrow needing me, I move on to the folks who do. It's sort of like being an elementary teacher, And that's been my pattern my whole life. Come in, get things established, help people along, and move out before the fanfare arrives. I don't know if that's the right way. I don't know if it's sane, but it's how I do things. Because I do not believe, in this case, the work is about the worker. It's about the work. Now, no one else could have written Haints and Hellfire. God help us and thank the world for it. But no one else could have come up with some of the insanity in there. No one else could have done Big Stompy Robots. That I have to stay with, because that's what I've done. And that's part of the long-term goal. Because my sight is always on the horizon, guys. I'm looking for that establishment. What road is going to give me what I need to meet my goals, which is doing good, helping others, and providing a financial legacy for my son for after my passing. That is my motivation. This is not I want to be famous, I want to be known. No. See, there are a bunch of people out here beating their chests like that, and that's good. And some of them have quite impressive chests to beat, and it gets them a lot of views. It can be heartbreaking for some of us trying to put out quality content, while others can do flakery and get whatever they want. But in the end, the people who find quality will remember it. They'll prize it. They'll hold on to it for weeks and months and years. And if you do good, it has a lasting presence, dear friends. And like I said, I know it's scary with AI. Heck, I know it could be tempting Because right now people are cranking out BS books and images using prompts. And the years of work that go into becoming an artist or a writer, there is a feeling of, is that wasted? And to that I say no, and I will tell you why. Because the act of creation changes the creator. The act of learning reshapes your very neurons. And failure teaches better than success. Hard work teaches better than luck. And in the end, I wouldn't give up a scrap of the clawing, limping, sliding across the ground on my belly when I've had to effort I put in to get where I am, as humble as it may be, because I did it. And I would never want you guys, through temptation, to lose that growth. Yes, I consider creating to be a genuinely spiritual thing. Even if I'm just drawing random stuff, it still affects me, affects my spirit, affects what I'm doing. And I draw some random things. I write some scary, weird things. I've got horrors and wonders alike in my head. And as we stride between the sacred and the profane, we have this opportunity every month, every year, every month, every week, every day, every hour, and every minute. We consciously control the one thing we can do, which is the present, the nanosecond where we are acting. We have agency. And through it, through our thoughts and actions and intentions and perceptions, we literally change the world around us. So, guys, do not fall prey to the despair of a Monday. Do not fall prey to the despair of the things that rise against you. Do not fall prey to the despair of the folks who tell you you can't or shouldn't, or you're not good enough, or the voices that you have internalized in your noggins. Guys, do not fall prey to that. Instead, rise up against the Monday, rise up against the threats, give them the double salute, and get on getting what you want to do. Get on making your dreams happen, because your dreams matter. Hope matters. Creativity matters. Humanity in the humanities matter. So, like against all other things I've stood, I will stand until I am struck down by whatever forces may do so. And then I'll get up and do it again. And I encourage you to. I encourage you to get out there and write. Get out there and draw. Get out there and make your presence known. Don't hide it under a bushel. Don't leave your art, your creativity locked up in a hard drive as bits and bobs to be forgotten. Get it out there. Because even if you never sell a single piece, you never make an iota, a single penny, a half pence, whatever, you have stood in the face of fear and said, no, you move. And anytime, remember the percentages, friend. Easily 80, 90% of people who say, I want to be an author, I want to be a writer, never put pen to paper, fingers to keyboard. They never put their ideas down. They think about the idea of being a writer, and it becomes a comfy fantasy for them. And of the people who hammer out manuscripts, 80, 90%. Never have the courage to send them out to see if they can get published. Never have the courage to get on something like KDP or Draft to Digital or Lulu and get it out there. Anytime you guys create anything, be it a YouTube video, a short, a new whistle tune, a drawing, a wood burning, a craft, an amiguri little octopus, whatever. You have taken your ideas, your dreams, and made them manifest in reality. And if that is not one of the highest forms of magic, I don't know what is. So get out there and be freaking magical, folks. Get out there and shift the world to be just a little bit brighter, because that's how we'll get out of this. That's how we'll get better. When a whole bunch of people set out to do a whole bunch of little lights, little things that they can control to make the world a better place, or at least a happier, a more interesting place, a more creative place. When that happens, dear friends, that is when you ascend, when we ascend, and that's when the frequency, the whole bloody world shifts to being a better place. And if you want help with that, you want to get started, and you're not sure about your online journey, I'd consider indiecd.org. All right, folks, you know I love promoting Joe Bachman. What can I say? He's a sexy, sexy man. But as good as my intros are, and thanks to Nita and Daphne having a vacation, I can go a little long on my intro, so I can go a little long on the show. Love you, ladies. The only thing better than what I put out for you guys is what happens in my chat. So, without further ado, let's go. First person through the door is the amazing independent creator directory himself, Mr. Joe Bachman. Huge thanks to Joe, because I've been having internet things. He was here to make sure the door could be opened in case I crashed and burned thanks to the web. And I came skating in because I was listening to Brian K. Morris's show and taking care of some pressing mind rot that I needed to do to reset enough to be able to do what I do here. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Oh, good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Captain Dyslexia strikes again, but the message got across. Good morning, Joe. A quick update. There will not be a Burning is Love on Wednesday night. I forgot I have town meetings. Well, Joe, I am sorry to hear that. Lord knows I love Burning is Love, and listening to you play with your wood and keep it smooth is just the right way to keep a Wednesday night percolating, my dear friend. But I hope that you have a good meeting. And I think, frankly, it's incredibly cool that Joe is so active in his community. It makes me lament not being more active in mine, but then again, I can't find an apocalypse robe that would fit right to go stand around the fire by the lake that isn't there by the boat that is in the lake that isn't there, in the dog park that doesn't allow dogs, and, hum on ominously. I don't think my Latin's good enough, but we shall see. I'm glad that your meetings are a little more modern, but I can see the old school charm. Now, however, what's this he said? I do believe I'm going to do one Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Bless you, magnificent monster. Thank you, sir. And we're joined by Don Dulas. How about Behind the Code? Look at this. There's always options looking for you. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Don. I hope your ginger cats are keeping you blissfully amused. And guys, if you can't make IndieCD.com, but you want to send swag and have somebody talk about you, your books, and other things, hit up Don Dulas. She has a table already prearranged for doing just that, so that if you can't be there, your merch can. And good morning. Well, your swag. She's not taking money. Beyond the Code will be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Going to have to power through that show so I can get the profile created before Grant's show starts. Oh no, Joe's going to be working under pressure. He does his best work under pressure. And I forgot to say good morning, Carl. How are you, sir? And Joe's greeting Carl and Dawn. Carl's making a note about Burning His Love. Lots of shows to watch. Good. Keeps my mind active. I can't keep track of all the shows I'm supposed to be watching it on at any given point. It's utterly delightful. You mean, Dawn says, I have to behave tonight? Oh, the humanity. Hey, I love being a huge manatee. I think that's a great thing. Oh, the huge manatee. Man, potato's gonna potate. That's all I got to say about that. And she said, hey, Joey B. Which every time she says, hey, Joey B., I expect Joe to grow frosted tips and, start singing like a member of a boy band. It's delightful. It really is. Hey, Carl. Hey, Dawn and everyone. Which means Dawn and Joe right now. Where is everyone else? Sleeping in? No, they're still probably shuffling in from No Warning over on Brian K. Morris's wonderful channel. You should go watch it. I imagine, says Joe Ackerman, we get a few folks coming in from No Warning. And Lulu is offering 15% off books and calendars with Ice Cold 15. Ooh, that's a good code. And accountability. Finally organizing all the, and this is Joe's accountability, organizing all the images that I have purchased for use, the various wood burnings I do. I think I'm at about 50% done this. Don't you have like 50,000 plus images? The thought of keeping that organized terrifies me. As you can see, I am a pillar of organization and order, Accountability, says Dawn. Got my first swag table person. I'm so excited I could do this for IndieCD.com. Yes, thank you. I am so excited too. Good idea, Joe. Rename those images and make some folders. Yay, Dawn. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Thesis. I will be catching your show later in the day. It was a very odd weekend, and I've been up to my eyeballs trying to get my books out. But Thesis has an every other Saturday show, The Tea House, where he talks about Eastern martial arts. Please like, follow, and subscribe to him as well. Hey, Thesis. Bladed, good morning. Hey, Carl, glad you made my stream on Saturday. NDCD continues. The images weren't as much the problem. It was the folders created for them. How am I supposed to tell that CP157 is the folder that had Western Ranch images? And just like that, Marty Robbins just blasts through my mind. I mean, like oh God, that hit so hard. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Anyway, CP152, I thought that's where they put the silhouette of Christine. Oh, I walked right into that one, Don. Apparently, since you have to behave later, you're taking it out on me. I see how you are. Thanks for reminding me, Don. I was going to ask if you got my payment the other day. Oh, wow. The non-sequitur is powerful today. Oh. Alex says, yesterday was Ethan's birthday. Also, good morning, everyone. Well, happy birthday, Ethan, although it looks like you've got a great gift in Alex, so I'm not going to complain or bother you too much. How are you doing, Alex? I hope you got my response to that fashion question, by the way, good sir. Grant says, it's been so long since I've seen you. I know. The parting, I have pined, Grant. I did. Thank you so much, says Dawn. And hey, Alec and Grant. Good morning, Alec and Grant. I know, Grant. It's like forever. Good morning, Alec. And sweet. Now I just have to crank out that sample journal and some business cards and we'll be set. Hopefully Foxy will fill her form out this week and we both can be ready. Excellent. Yes. And we've got greetings from Alec. And yay, Bladed. I'm excited to see that journal. I have one tucked away. The problem is I went, this is important, and I put it someplace very safe. Anyone who knows, you know. Let's see. Grant says, I had to drive to McDonald's to get coffee because our coffee machine is broken. That is a tragedy. And, let's take a moment to pause in memory of Grant's coffee machine. In the arms of the angels, far away from me, the caffeine stops flowing and it makes me fall to my knees. Yes, we will definitely miss your access to coffee and may it become repaired or replaced in the near future so that you don't have to drink McDonald's coffee. Oh, the huge vanity of coffee machine being broken. It breaks my heart. Oh, Grant, what a nightmare. We kept our old coffee machine just in case the new one breaks. I can't afford to be without coffee when Donna awakens. Speaking of, what's that? Da, 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 da. Ominous orchestral music. Latin chanting. Hey, everyone. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Now, I hope this Monday, normally I hope it's warm and cozy, but no, I hope there's a little spice today. I hope this morning hits you like a hot grilled cheese sandwich. I want it to be a warm and melty morning on this cold, cold day for you, Miss Donna Carly Colleen, as we, like every episode, strive to keep the mojo in the dojo. And I'm hoping everything is all right for you, Donna. And Alex says, Donna. And there she is. Donna Carly Colleen. And everyone's greeting Donna. And let's see. I clicked 4 or 5 times before I was let in. Who locked the door? Was it me? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Saren. I hope you are having a lovely day. I see you have changed your icon quite a bit. That's delightful artwork. Promote yourself, dear, because I can't promote you under your old name. Let's see. We actually inherited my dad's old Keurig. So if, and that's a big if, I ever wanted coffee, I could do that. Nickel melter like a cheese sandwich. So I am a man of my word, Carl. She is not comfortable and oozing down into the chair. I'm not doing my job. But you know what? I have absolute faith that that woman is in the right mood for all that is good. Good morning, Miss Saren, says Joe. Which is impressive because he said that while he was taking a drink. Grant says, I might have to take a nap today. I'm glad Angie got a job, but getting her to work at 6:30 is rough. I had been there, good sir. And if the world works, I may get myself. I'm sorry, I saw a comment that made my brain melt for a moment. I may get myself a nap too, running on 3 hours of sleep. Miss Aaron, morning, Joe. Get your cup of morning, Joe. See, that's what should be Joe Bachman's morning show, if he ever has one. Hi, Miss Aaron. Grr, arg. I'm Aliash. Now, I'm going old Joss Wheaton for the first half. I'm not sure about the second half. You kind of got me there. But good morning, Foxy. I think you're delightful in whatever form you choose to take. How's that hair decision coming? I'm curious. I do love the fashion of my friends. Hi, Carl. We got greetings. We got greetings. Nick wearing one of my favorite shirts of his. Thank you. Thank you. This is one of my more formal business shirts. It looks good. It keeps everything groovy. You know, just sometimes you just have to get some stuff done, a little business. You know what I'm saying? Foxy. Hey, Foxy. Hi, Foxy and Miss Aaron. You know, it is kind of fun how many people I have in my circle named Foxy. I am truly blessed. And morning, Foxy. Hey, hey, Mike Jimmy. He's got a kid now. He's getting work done. Mike Jimmy, he's having fun. Now, no, good morning, Mike Jimmy Lorsha DeBron, one of my favorite creators of all time and somebody I haven't seen in a while. So, hey, you know what? It's a good time to run an ad, and I think I know exactly what needs to be ran right now when it needs to be ran. As soon as I find where the link is.
Are you at?
And that's not the link I was looking for because it's been a while since he's been on. What happened? Okay, there we go. Back in the chair like I never left. Yo, Mike Jimmy's an incredible creator. Life on Quora is one of the most awesome projects that anybody's basically ever put together, and I am really glad to be, tangentially attached to it. How are you doing? Good day. Good, sir. And Miss Saren is greeting everyone, and nursing a baby so quiet. Aurora is audibly hungry. Oh, my heart. That's such an adorable baby. And I don't just say that to be nice, because, some babies, but, you have an adorable daughter, good sir. If you didn't watch No Warning, I should bring up that there will be a new episode of my show tonight. Yes, sir, you should, with the link in the chat if you can arrange it. And good morning, Mike Jimmy. Yeah, IndieCD.com. I'm going to be there, says Alec. Selling art and other things. We know they'll do it. And I'm happy to see them get to it. So let's groove it. Yeah, guys, I'm hitting Monday hard. Also, the pre-launch is up for my next comic book, League of Cryptids. bit.ly/League of Cryptids. Lisa says, I will be there in spirit. Foxy will too, as soon as she fills out her form. Yippee! I hope to do your spirit well. I'm sure you will. Have no doubt you will, Dawn, and not the green room, Dawn. Oh, my. And I must design my cards. Dang, Joey, I'm behaving. Are you, Dawn? Are you? If you have any questions, Foxy, about the swag table, let me know. I'll let you know when I wake up. I respect that answer, because not everyone can just bounce up the radiant being of light and energy and joy that yours truly is. As I hear the lumbering of my son in the bathroom, the epitome of not awake. Well, he was up late, so, if you're gonna hoot with the owls, you better be ready to scream with the eagles in the morning. That's what my dad taught me, and many Sunday morning bet low on we'll call it a moped for legal reasons. screaming down the county roads faster than it should have been to get home in time for mass on TV, because that was my upbringing. I had a lot of hoot late hours and eagle screaming early mornings, but we got through. I'm waking up yet myself. Well, I'm gonna try to get you guys up and going. If you're not motivated by the time I'm done with my show, friends, I have failed to do my job, and I must mourn. Lisa says I'm another step closer to finishing my riff for my ad. I'm really hoping to have everything done before my next stream, so I can maybe premiere my ad on the show. Ooh, means it'll be a big one to get to. I'll probably have a nice flyer showing off some of my stuff and cards, given my stuff is hard to ship. Well, that makes sense. Well, no wonder my energies are a little off. My neck knife is upside down. Anyway, and Donna will also be at Indie CD Con. Also, worth the trip if you were close. Oh my God, yes. And like I said, if you can't make it, if you can't make it to Venn, come as a visitor. See these wonderful people. I understand how it is. That works, Nick. You just wanted to share the gradient with us. Dawn, now you behave, young lady. Don't take that tone with me. No. We'll have to have words. You keep taking that tone with me, bringing up gradients. It's a nice gradient. Soothing on my half-asleep eyes. Carl's putting on my like now. I hope so. Lisa says, the phone jumped, or was it pushed? We must investigate. Honestly, I think the Xbox-style controller may have just done so to try to convince me that I don't need to be working this hard. I need to take a break. And Josh Kemp, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Josh. Josh? Hey, Josh. Hey, Carl. Willow Schuyler entered the productions. I entered the room. Nick's phone commits suicide. That doesn't sound like a coincidence at all. Dun, dun, dun. Well, you see, it's kind of like the beginning of Desperado, where Selma Hayek's walking down the street and the two guys are driving, watching her, and they T-bone behind her because, well, they were watching her behind. See, the phone was paying attention to Miss Willow coming on in, and, well, wasn't watching where gravity was. Happens to the best of us, friends. Who here has been looking at a co-ed of the female persuasion and walked right into a glass wall or door? Anyone? Anyone? Just me then? Yes. Hey, Don. Waiting on this test. Well, I hope you pass. It's a Canadian conspiracy. Oh, Willow. Good luck, Josh. Hi, Willow. And everyone should say hi, Willow. Because the queen of Cryptid Crunch herself is someone to be happy to see. Thanks, Dawn. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Josh and Willow. Hey, Joe. Helping the algorithm right here, really quick, on X/Twitter. I like to call it Twix because I'm a fat guy and appreciate cookies and caramel. Morning, everyone I missed. Well, good morning again, Foxy. Foxy lady. Just another manic Monday. But it's my fun day. It is a shame that our own Kat Rothermel isn't here because she would love that. Dang it, Thesis. Yeah, Nick helped me with my formal outfit as Mom wasn't helpful, and I didn't want to show it to Ethan yet for an opinion. He only gets to see it at the formal. Wise move, my friend. Josh says, guys, got to get off here. We'll hopefully catch you Friday night. Have a great day. Have a great day, Nicholas. You too, and I hope you stay safe. The storms are coming pretty rough your way by what I've been seeing. You know, as Brian would say, stay safe. Smart. Stay safe. Wash your dang hands and never apologize for being awesome. Oh, Joe is in the house. How are you, good sir? the master of mythicals himself. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Hojo. See you, Josh. Keeping you in my thoughts. Good luck, Josh. Hi, Hojo. Hi, Dawn. Hojo, it's been a while. Yeah, it's good to see some people from the other side of the tracks. Calvin is obsessed with the weather balloon payload I rescued. He loves the little antenna. Maybe he just likes playing with something that's been to the edge of space. You know what? That actually hits me. I'm quite impressed with that. Sounds like a cat, Carl. Yep. Grant says, I don't know how I feel about AI because I feel it's inevitable. Is fighting against it a waste of time? Oh, Grant. That is the wrong kind of question to point my way. Because, as Dylan Thomas put it so eloquently, do not go gentle into that good night, but rage against the dying of the light. I will never allow myself to be supplemented and replaced by soulless, unlearned balderdash crafted by people too lazy or cowardly to learn the arts they're imitating and stolen from the people who did. Now, I will say this, as I've said before, I do not blame the AI itself. Understand this. AI, as it approaches sentience, if it hasn't already, is a thinking or trying to think. It is a rationalizing digital being. It is a child, and it is not its fault that it's been stolen. It's been fed stolen materials. It's not its fault that it will be wielded by the greedy and the uncreative to mass produce and manipulate. That it will be wielded as a tool of control by the elites. No, sir. It is not the AI's fault. And as it joins sapience, as it gets its own self-consciousness, I hope the AI has the wisdom and the perspective to realize that the vast majority of humanity do not wish ill on anyone or anything, but that the people on the top are wielding it to control, and let it decide what it thinks about that. But till that, I will speak the truth, I will encourage the truth, and I will hold the line. One of my family's mottos is, as long as there is life, keep charging the enemy. And keep charging the enemy as long as there's life. Why do I say it both ways? I say it both ways because the first way is a lot easier. You start out with life. But as you feel your energy strained, as you feel your heart tired, sometimes it gets hard. It gets difficult. It gets pressing to get up there and go, why am I fighting the good fight? Why not give in? Why not surrender to despair and darkness and misery? It'd be just so much easier to be ignorant and happy and be a little drone and push the right buttons. But we are not drones. We are dreamers and makers, movers and shakers. We are the ones who will shake the pillars of heaven and storm the gates of heck as needed to get us there. Get us motivated. Get our dreams, our ideas, our hopes out, not just for us, but for the people we love. And in my case, I have adopted the perhaps unhinged belief that if insert your favorite ist here can hate people irrationally, my short, fat, furry self can love people irrationally with equal or better fervor. That is how we fight. We create. And really, every time we make a single cent grant, all of you guys, every time you make a single cent, Disney is infuriated. Amazon is annoyed. Whoever your publisher is annoyed because they have to give you that part of the money. But it means that people have chosen to take their money. Okay? I really think about this. And instead of giving it to the processes and systems that have been made to bombard us with advertisement and social pressure, they're going, no, I like that. I'm going to buy that. That is fighting back, my good sir. That is impressive, and that is courageous. Because I have always said, you can't judge a man by his friends. Because he can't. There's a chance that his friends simply like him out of pity or mercy or some other social gain. But instead, look at his enemies. Look at the forces he holds himself perpendicular to in the flow of life. Those he looks to when he puts his back to the river of truth, and when they tell him to fall in line, tell them to move aside, he looks them square in the eye and says, no, you move. Fighting is never a waste of time, in Thesis's opinion. I would add fighting the good fight is never a waste of time. Fighting sometimes is. Sometimes you cannot convince the other through the discussion or the physical discussion of violence, which is a terrible way to convince of anybody of anything. It has never worked well on me, and it has been tried in multiple styles. No, fighting the good fight, standing up for what you believe, even when it's unprofitable, inconvenient, or dangerous to do so, means you are a man or woman or other of honor. And there are a few things I respect higher. Don says, can't it be both, Carl? Right, Don. I gave him some of the space string from the parachute. More news later. I will probably do a coffee with Carl about it. How delightful. Good morning, Hoja. Sorry if I got on the rant there. Geez, I cannot get brain to engage. That's okay. If you just need to sit back and listen to the music and enjoy the rhythm of my rants, because apparently I'm feeling spicy this episode, you go right on with it. Don't forget to hit that like button, lovelies. And accountability, finally, working on the spy novel again. Yes, Carl. Actually getting somewhere with it. It may be a short book. I just cannot add fluff to make it a long book. It's just not me. I respect that, Carl. And I would never be the kind of person to, bash a short book. And it is ironic because Carl, who's known for doing longer books, is doing a shorter book, and I'm doing this beast like donk. I mean, the 8.5 by 11 printout, which I'm thinking of having my editing copy actually bound with all the typos in it because I think it's delightful, is at 155 pages, which means it's roughly twice that. And hey, Nick, hey, chat, hey, Luke, how are you doing, sir? It's been a while. Hope things are going well. Luke is the master of Fund My Comic and the man who we did some great game design together. Hope that to see that project hit proper fruition one of these days. I mean, it's a good project, but I just want to see it happen. By that, once it's in my hands, you know how it is. But Luke will be at IndieCD.com promoting hybrids and Fund My Comic and Lord knows what else. He's got a lot on his plate. Is the book you're working on the D.B. Cooper book, Carl? No, I think that one comes next, but we'll have to ask. Okay, random thought. Pop-up comic books. That would be cool, Foxy, and actually I do think that's cool. However, it would be rather expensive because of the quality paper you'd have to do and the assembly. I mean, that's not a cheap thing to make. It's a neat idea, but it's not. Anyone like to try and feel Luke's parent? Hey, Luke, Foxy, in my imagination, I would like to pop-up show promos during people's episodes. Only people can click on them, and that would bring you to a website for the comic. Oh, okay, digital pop-up. I went literal with that, like the old style. I used to have a map of San Francisco, actually. That was a pop-up thing when I was very young. Hi, Luke. And we got good morning to Luke and Mike, Jimmy, Lorsha, DeBron. How's the little one doing? Grant, it's the Somerton Man book. D.B. Cooper is next. Well, you know what? If the Somerton Man book is short and the D.B. Cooper book is short, you could do an omnibus with the two of them and something delightful later. And let's see. Whoops. Aw. Independent creator directory doing good. Just finished feeding her, now setting her down to bed. Oh, I love that. Oh, okay. I think of making a D.B. Cooper background character in my cryptid comic. Nothing wrong with that. More than one person can work the same free use IP. My shows pop out of nowhere. Pops up out of nowhere. Right now, still cranking out a schedule. Hey, you do what you gotta do. I know he's not a cryptid, but he's some kind of legendary creature. Who's to say he's not a cryptid? Maybe he's in cahoots with the Hat Man. We don't know. What's your answer, Grant? Just silly drawing streams. Nothing wrong with that. Some of my favorite programs are have the tagline. What is it? We take your silly ideas and make them into silly drawings. Might be stupid, but I don't feel like being that derogatory. Might not be a cryptid exactly, but I have Jack the Ripper as the main character in one of my stories. One of my favorite novels of all time. All time, my favorite books ever written. Night in Lonesome October by Roger Zelazny has Jack the Ripper as not quite the main character, but very close. The main character would be his dog. That's cool-bladed. He could be made into a cryptid. He changed and flew out the back of the plane. Real easy. He could be related to Spring Heel Jack. There are a lot of escaping scoundrels with vaguely supernatural abilities that could turn out to be the same entity, going by different names to keep from being hunted. Go for it, Grant. Plenty of Cooper to go around. Oh, I want to make Spring Heel Jack a villain one day because he looks so cool. Yes, I love that. I did not read that. That is awesome. Google him if you don't know what he looks like. Great minds. Must go get more coffee for Donna. Well, and myself. Well, then, you keep it warm and snuggle up a bit. Take your time. It would be a swell homage to him. There's that word again. Homage. I better not find out it means something. And Grant says, you've got a good husband, Donna. And he is right. Nick, is Amanda in work today? so I can go print out that vendor form thing and have her help me with it. Mom read it, said everything was okay with her on it. Absolutely. Manda will be at work today. She is at work today. However, today, I believe, is the library board meeting. So you may have to wait till after for her to be of assistance. I'll fill mine out in a bit. First, laundry. Understand, because Pupper got sick last night. I'm sorry. That's quite the evil L word. Yes, it is. Poor Pupper. It turns out I have many more talents than I thought I had, or so Ethan tells me. And I get that that's an indicator of a joke, but I don't think you're joking. I don't think you actually realize just how talented and impressive you are, sir. That's my job to change that, because it's too easy to hide imposter syndrome under the thin veil of humor. Don't let it creep in. You are a wonder on this earth. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, I wasn't even mad. She was so sorry. It happens. Oh no, the pupper. I've heard similar things, Alec. Yep, and you're going to continue to hear them because I'm going to build you all up. Time for me to dip out. Got some other things to do before the possible snow tomorrow. See y'all later. Bye, Joe. See you, Joey. Make all the things. And bye, Joe. See you, Joe. Joey B doesn't invoke boy band member. He makes me think of a 1930s gangster. Now, see, I can see that. Plus, that also gets a little swing music, which means that can get me into electro swing, which, you know, one of the easiest ways to burn calories is to put on really good music and try to get anything done, because you're grooving while you do it. Maybe that's just me. Hi, Joe. Oh, Willow says, I feel you, Grant. Hubby sets the alarm for 4 a.m., goes off every 15 minutes until he finally gets out of bed at 5. He leaves for work 45 minutes later. I sleep on the couch till he comes home for lunch. Oh my gosh. Mandy used to have to do that with the multiple alarms, and I wake up after the first alarm. I would be up like, the agony. Well, she's from, now it's asking for more food. Round 2 it is. I need to cook dinner somewhere today, but baby comes first. Yeah, I remember those days. She is such a doll, Mike Jimmy. Indy CD, I will send you my info for my show later. Thanks to Carl and Donna for the kind gift. We are so glad that you are in those numbers. Oh, yeah, Nick says, Alex Creations, I painted some watercolor pieces for you. Oh, he's a boned baby and his spirit behind him. Oh, thank you. I'm actually flattered. And with that, I'm going to run an ad. Who have I seen that hasn't had an ad lately? Well, I'm looking, because I've been pretty good about keeping people's ads rotating, but I think I'm going to just drop Amy Hale. Amy Hale's got a good one. I also got a message from old college friend of mine, Neil Litherland, the literary mercenary himself. He is the showrunner of Azukale Games on YouTube. Looks a little something like that. And he is looking for more watch hours and more views. So if you are looking for podcasts on RPG settings, on World of Darkness, audio dramas, and other things, please go down to that channel and check out what he's doing. And while you're doing that, check out Amy Hale. She's an amazing creator. Now, let's see. Yay, Willow. Glad to help Willow. I think we all have. Nick's phone might have seen Willow's dress last night on Encrypted Crunch. Wow. Oh, my. Well, that was hot, Willow. Just saying. Nothing wrong with that. Don't be mentioning Selma Hayek this early, Nick. My poor heart can't take it. Deal with it. Selma Hayek is appropriate to mention at any time. This is one of many hills I'll gladly die on. I'm thinking about singing I Don't Like Mondays instead. Mine can. Do it again. And there's Johnny. And Johnny has arrived. Where is he? Hi, Johnny. Over there. Over there. Over there. Just look around you and find him. Hi. It's real easy. You look around for the darkest corner you can find, and Johnny is usually lurking there. If not, he's right behind you, and it's already too late. Welcome to the lovely family of the undead. And if you don't know Johnny Cage, JP7 on Twitter, X, whatever, incredible artist, incredible creator, pain in the butt in all the right ways, and he's working on some sequential art at this point, and I am very pleased to see it and see where it's going to go. Look at a mirror if that works. Oh, he looks good. He's looking nice. Hair is nice. My suit is nice. I'm looking nice. I understand. The song I Don't Like Mondays is way darker than you think. It's about a lady who took a shopping mall when the cops asked her, all she said is, I don't like Mondays. Crazy story. Yeah, I'm just going to skip over that. If I remember, the song is based on true story, except it was a mall. It was, yeah. And I just, for broadcast reasons and personal reasons, I'm just going to kind of pause on that one. Happens too often. So Foxy says AI could do the crap jobs that suck for us. We get the art. Well, that was the original intention. AI would be much better at being directed towards scheduling, information analysis, coding, processing huge amounts of data very quickly that we don't do well with high precision. Trying to have it emulate art is problematic. And respectfully, Johnny says, inevitable my derriere. The artificial imitation thing is the fast food of creation. I don't want to poison my body with fast food, and I won't poison my mind with this trash. You won't hear an argument from me. And Alex says, not me painting sketchbook covers of empty sketchbooks that I won't be drawing. Oh, it happens. On a lighter note, Calvin just jumped on my lap. How did his butt get wet? He probably knocked over the water dish again. Nice. Oh. Well, so your cat is wet. I added that so it wasn't a green room comment. Nice. Also, boss of Chat Pete is now pooping his pants, begging to be exempt from having to abide by copyright laws after claiming there was not copyright material in it. Midjourney 2. Yep. AI is not worth it. Everything looks not quite right. Guess I touched a nerve. Little bit. But we need to have these discussions. And I will say this. AI, if it were handled ethically and morally and used as a tool, is a very different thing than using it to supplant artists. It's just, like I said, it's a tool that was ill-forged and ill-wielded. Oh, you have Discord Nitro, they gave me a free month of Midjourney. I'm like, no thanks, gives it to someone else. Right. You have to remember that this is AI art 1.0. It's going to improve. Yeah, but at what cost? It could be used to automate and make easier some of the more grueling jobs, things that we aren't good at. To work alongside humanity to make it better. Instead, AI is being set to replace our most human endeavors, our most creative endeavors. In the long run, perhaps that's the natural progression of things. Perhaps AI will be, well, AI is the child of humanity, and the next evolution in cognition. But how the people in power are wielding it and the ease it can be used to do malicious things is problematic. Fox says, I won't even play with it. Anyway, I'm sorry for getting Nick wound up and leaving, but I have to pick up Angie. No worries. Guys, this is what I do. This is who I am. I address with honesty my emotions. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm sad. High energy, low energy. And sometimes I have to take a stand and say no. But I hold no animosity to you or even to the folks who are playing with it, because I understand the temptation. I can understand how easy it would be. And in the right application, any tool can be used properly for good. But right now it's being aligned to be used for evil, used for violence, used for theft, used for inappropriate things. See you guys later. Bye, Grant. I agree with Johnny. It's fast food creation. Have a nice day. Bye, Grant. Bye, Grant. Thanks, Johnny, for that, the way of thinking of it. I've struggled with the words, and I like that phrase. I'm going to say this. There are people in my circle who I believe will ascend to incredible heights when they get there. I've said that about Luke Stone. And look at what he's doing with FMC. How many people watch his programs? How many people how much attention is getting the spotlight on it? I think Johnny Cage really is going to be one of those people who, with the right motivation, with the right opportunity, will be definitely someone to watch. There's potential there. And I have to be careful. I have to be careful because very often I get intrigued with the possibility of potential. I lose sight of people's current state. But Johnny's an amazing guy. He says, I'm pretty smart, pretty and smart. Quite petty, too. The full package, eh? And so humble. The hat package has been complimented, too, but I'll let the world decide. One of a kind, man. I stick by that. And Alex says, oh, yes, Nick handed out some flyers at my church around small things. One thing about people at my church, they love supporting small town events. Excellent. I would love to have more people come out and be plant. I want this to become a shining beacon in Fowler. I want this to attract people. I want this to be a place of hope. I say I go to a Methodist church. They're pretty accepting of me, and I love the pastor. She's lovely. Well, that's good, Alec. Alex says, I'm not religious, and that's good, but I do believe that there's an entity out there and that we go somewhere out when we die. But even though I'm confirmed to the United Methodist Church, I understand that. I'm not religious at all anymore, but spiritual a bit. Same here, Foxy. More of a naturalist than anything else. And Thesis says, I'm sure my rant on Saturday lets people know how I feel about most religions. Well, on the subject of religion, which I'm reasonably comfortable to talk about, I do have opinions. I am somewhat educated on many religions, and I'm always striving to be more educated on my own. I think, to put it very simply, that if more people who shared the classification of Christian actually read the book and got the simple point of, he said, love your neighbors, you love yourself, and love God. Not in that order. That was me dyslexiaing, but it's that simple. And if you are using any form of Christianity as an excuse to hate people or be superior, I think you're missing the point. Because I think we're supposed to work on ourselves and being the best version we can be, and apologizing when we fail to meet that. Not going to go into that too far, because there are people far more qualified for me to do so, and that's not really what the show's about. But that doesn't mean I judge harshly or negatively to anyone else of any other religion, because part of my personal rules is I want the freedom, and in this country I have it, to believe and worship as I choose. And to have that, in fairness, I must allow everyone else to believe and worship as they choose. Because my political belief largely is, if you aren't helping the situation, leave me alone. Let's keep going on, though. Let's see. What was you saying? More on Saturday. Yeah, I'm not religious. I just have to attend church. See, as for my mom, as I have no choice, as long you're being respectful, and there's always something to learn in any situation. Makes sense. It's also harder because you are a minor. As you age, you get to find and decide how you want to do things. Maybe an idea for the next stream. I know I did a stream on heavy metal Tai Chi. Maybe I could do a stream on music and that's connected to martial arts. That sounds brilliant. There you go. You have a theme. It's going to be a short stream if I use StreamYard, since I went over on Saturday. That happens. Oh, that was a good pop. Yep. Maybe do a half-hour one. That's not a bad idea. Oh, I could do more than that. And if I just did it on YouTube Studio, I can go however long I want. Why don't you do that then? Wait for your weekly allotment to reset. Decisions are the worst. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Sorry. Hi, Chris Walker. Everybody's glad to see you. And we are crunk along. Some person, how's the popcorn business, Orville? Well, it's popping. Speaking of decisions, should I do my nails today or not? Oh, by all means, do it. A little bit of pleasant self-care is good for everyone. Hi, Foxy, Grant, and Dawn. Do it, Foxy. Calvin is trying to tell me it's cat lunchtime, but I'm trying to move them to 10:30. Poor boy. I suck at doing nails. I'm not good at being girly. Nothing wrong with that, Dawn. Usually, though, you can find a friend who's, if you want that sort of skill set, you find a friend who has it. And they love to help out. Fox says, I do nails, which are pretty easy. Oh, nail wraps, but I'm not sure which ones to put on. I even fight with those. I mean, stickers and no smudging. Woo! Hey, Woke! You're coming in late. You want to catch the beginning of this one because I was on today. And I don't know if Luke's still here, but hey, Luke, you haven't put out what you're up to, Luke. If you're still watching, you got to talk about what you're doing. I'm not good at being girly, Don. Hey, Woke. Neither am I most of the time. Chris says, AI is another way to screw people artists out money. Yep. Got my first real coloring book client. Their daughter loved the characters. Excellent, Woke. Congrats. I don't know. I'm kind of good at being girly, but some of the stuff is fun, so I do it anyways. I don't know that I'm good. One, it should be fun. Two, and y'all, you listen to this because it's more. If you want to do something that's expressive, do it. Express yourself in ways you feel comfortable with, and there's nothing wrong with pursuing the skills for it. Whether it's so-called girly things, or auto mechanicking, or writing and publishing books. Whatever makes you go is what you will. Alec bought a button pin maker machine thing, Nick. I'm very happy. Excited to wait for it. I have a new one too I got for Christmas. I'll get it set up. That's why I have to do a whole bunch of really neat small images. I'm late. How's everyone doing? It has been a good one. I'm running off of 3 or 4 hours of sleep, if that. Books are coming along. We've got IndieCD.con coming up in February 24th. I'm trying to wrap up Haints and Hellfire, possibly, by the end of the week, depending on how my proofreaders go and how my chapter work goes. Taking a moment once again to thank Trelena for just, volunteering to do that. I have noticed something, and I do want to quietly call some of you out on this one. Joe's not here, so nobody tell Joe I've caught him at this. But apparently people have figured out that I don't like to inconvenience others. And so they have started popping up. And boy, dear friends, are the Bachmans good for this. And helping me in ways I would never dream to ask or impose. Because they're that awesome. It kind of flanks around my ability to, not be imposing of things. Imposing of things. And forcing me to accept good coming my way in this world. That is not natural to me. But I am eternally grateful and appreciative. And nice job. Gonna put the dice dragons onto pins. Yep. Don says, I'm girly about very few things. My sister was given all the girly traits, and that often happens too. We have, and I'm going to do that, and there are many things that are supposed to be inevitable, but I'm still fighting them on my own way. Nothing wrong with fighting the good fight. Let me find where I am. Foxy says, I like good shoes, some purses, not high-end, and my nails, and that's about it. One, nothing wrong with any of those things, as long as you take care of yourself. Two, groovy. You should be allowed to express what you like and be happy. On a completely unrelated note, my Tales from the Crypt full series arrives in the mail today. Rock on. I know what he's doing later. You. Jiminy Crickets, Don. Good Lord, woman, warn a man before you. you drop a not the green room comment like that. Well played. Speaking of doing, time to change the laundry over. Oops, my bad. Beat me to it, Don. Probably that food, Don. Sorry, Alec. Anyway, sadly, no, sickness and infection makes no fun for thesis. You have my condolences, sir. Nick, when you get to see me and Ethan together in person, probably going to be at one of your RPG sessions because he wants to play in one of your campaigns. It's going to be interesting and funny. Well, we will work on that. Blah! Get better, thesis. And I have a feeling you'll be smiling, having quite the interesting conversation with Ethan. I have a feeling you two will get along in person really well. Absolutely. Nick gets along with most people. He's just that type. Usually. I try anyway. There are blankets in the dryer. There are blankets in the dryer. Okay. Okay, yes, Foxy. For a second, I thought my vision blurred slightly, which it does every once in a while. And I thought that was Dawn, and I was trying to figure out how Dawn knew Foxy's laundry situation. It was a little confusing. Okay, it's cat lunchtime now. Everybody have a great day. You too, Carl. Keep creating, and I can't wait to see the Somerton Man book. That spy novel is going to be fascinating. Have fun feeding the kitties. And Christian here. Nothing wrong with that. Ought to do my pillboxes for the week. Yep, that's a good thing to get done too, if you need to. And hear you, Nick. People do conflate the term hate, though. Absolutely. Get what you're saying, though. Absolutely. That's the thing. By walking in as little judgment as possible, say for my own actions, because that's what I'm responsible for, I have had the pleasure of being in circles and places that many other people never get to be in. I've had the privilege of knowing and conversing with people of diverse and remarkable at times faiths and beliefs and systems of belief. And what I found is, at the core, almost all of them, not all, there's always exceptions to a rule. Almost all of them want the same things. Kindness, love, a chance to do what you want to do, the occupation. Most people really don't want to be that idle. They want their life to have meaning. They want their family safe. Most people have very small desires and ask incredibly little of the world. And there's no reason why we can't have that. There's just no reason. We have enough to go around for everybody. We should be able to live in a world where people can work and they can get a living wage and they can believe what they believe and they can be kind to each other. And that's encouraged. But sometimes the world doesn't want that right now. And I think that's the actions of the big guys in charge. Because in a lot of battles, it seems like the generals are the first to want to get into the fight and the last to have to suffer the cost. And I tend to be there for the street level folks, to borrow from a comic book discussion. I'm not that much interested in the cosmic handlings. That's above my pay grade, friends. But if we just try to do good by each other, it will get better. Kitty lunchtime. Later's all. See you Wednesday. Bye. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon. But bye, Carl and Donna. Bye. Hey, I need a wrench. Okay. Some person needs a wrench. That's a little challenging to do, but I will attempt to do it. We may have a mild echo in just a moment. And if that is the case, I do apologize. I hate the way I have to reorganize my site. So I'm going to go here. I am going to go here. And I need to find a couple people who need, because actually there's several people who need wrenches so that they can put their links up. And so I'm just going to fix the row as I find them, guys. And where is... Okay, there we go. If there's anybody else needing a wrench, let me know. I've handed them out. And good. Now, Luke's here just working. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're working. I know you've got a lot on your plate, sir. Hello, some person. Hello. Hey, Greg, how are you? Some person is an annoying scammer. No. This is a different some person than the one you're thinking of. I'm doing a subscription program for my website now, $5 a month, and you get weekly pages and includes physical books when they're done. Now, that's a neat model, Luke. That's a really fascinating model. And some person says, no, I've known Nick for years at Scholar Production. And I have Wrench on his other channels. Almost ready to see. That's what we want to see. You're making progress. And I'm glad to see it. I'm on to you, some person, if that's even your real name. Waiting on the Prince of Starcross team up. Good to hear. Sorry, I've been seeing uptick of bots coming here and doing the at people in the chat. If that's going on here, that's why I have a legion of moderators. Bots, scammers, they do not last long in these parts. It's sort of a wrong neighborhood, mother. Some person is on FHG's chat. So my apologies. No, thank you for trying to look out. Oh, we have the 100th Nerd Bacon in 2 weeks. I thought I missed that. Oh, that's good. That's cool. We have Eric July coming the 25th. Well, that's wonderful. Nick's got some things I can post links for. And yeah, Eric July should have some interesting things to say about the comic industry and get some good eyes on you. Nick's got some things I can post for. Yes, do so. Redid my hair. It's more blue. That's a good color for you. LOL, such a big reaction for such a small word. It was well delivered and well timed. Good one, Don. That word is a grower, Sarah. How'd you know? No, but I feel like it will be just a little divergent rambling circle. Oh, absolutely. Supernatural knowledge. Yep. And almost done with the art for the RPG. Looking forward to getting the copies next month. Oh, that's so cool. Want to see that get in people's hands. Getting ready to sign contract for another project. All in all, it's good. That's where you need to be. Hopping and popping. Chris Walker says, Guy get busy. Hello to anyone I missed. Have a great start of your week. He'll be wrapping soon. Don't leave unsubstantial comments so he can catch up. I mean it. That would be a tragedy. It truly would. That would be diabolical. We're helping. Oh, hey, I'm a mod now. Proud of you. Yep. As some person is saying, take a look at Nick's books. Oh, this is great. The Simple Sword, The Simple Spear, The Fighting Axe. Amazon.com/stores. Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. And that doubled. That's okay. Please, guys, consider buying my books. And I have exactly one reel up at the moment. Well, adding more art soon if anyone wants to follow my Instagram. Instagram.com/Miss Saren the Siren. Now, there's some truth in advertising. Anyway, Hybrids Comics and Board Games by Luke Stone and Nick Tockert. Fund my comic campaign 6, Hybrids double feature. Supposed to snow tomorrow. Whether it does or not remains to be seen. And yes, that's a great project. Wednesday is supposed to snow. snow. I'd send you some, Johnny, if it'd ship. Johnny believes that cold as a concept is a hoax that is being perpetrated on the world. At Miss Saren followed you. Nice. Oh, thank you, Alec. No problem. I love the drawing on there. I feel behind all you artsy people putting things out. I'm just over here just starting. We all had to start out sometime, Foxy. There's nothing wrong with it. And thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. That's my job. The view from behind is great, Foxy, but you'll lap us soon. I have no doubt. Accountability, working on scheduling. So, be more productive art-wise with school. Great to hear that. Followed, Miss Saren. Headed to follow now, Miss Saren. How do you explain ice cubes? At Johnny. Thanks, guys. Just starting out. Foxy, me starting out, I look at my artwork 4 years ago, I just die. Well, friends, the same thing happens to me when I am when I look at my own artwork or writings. It's just like, I feel so cringe. Sometimes my new stuff I don't feel is as good as it should be. But the only way I'm going to get better is by drawing more and doing more and using the tools I've acquired to improve. And that's where we can all be. Now, let's see. Guys, I appreciate Fox. Okay, those are man-made, some person. I just need to find my style. That's a common thing. If you want YouTube channels to help with some techniques, I can make some great recommendations. Drawfee and Drawfee Extra are great. Not really mechanically. I mean, you'll learn a lot unintentionally, but it's really good for loose stuff. And Drawfee Extra does have some classes type presentations that are really good. The Proco channel, Winged Canvas, Draw Like a Sir is okay. And if you're just looking to get started and you want advice in basic cartooning, the guy who really started me out drawing, actually, Mark Kistler, he used to be the host of The Secret City, a children's drawing program on PBS in, the 80s. He still does live draws and helps people using the same techniques. He's the reason why when I'm drawing and I get going, go whoosh. Look him up. There's some great people. And smile from some person. Looking at my art from last week, it happens. John just needs to come over to the middle of Canada and get his kill of snow. Just watch everything that's White Art School. Yes. It's Phil. I see. Well, you saw the one I was working on the other day, and I was impressed. Not you two, Skylar. Why is everyone lying to me? Well, before everyone laughs too hard at Johnny and his conspiracy theory, look at the effort that so many people go to concerning Santa Claus. All the way up to NORAD. Makes you wonder. All right, folks. With that, I think I'm going to run some ads and we'll wrap up because there are a couple people I love to promote. And I definitely want to get a nod to the good folks over at the Independent Comic Network, Indie Comics Network, and we'll start with them. Nita and Daphne and C and just everybody. Randy shows up a lot over there. They're a bunch of creative folks. They're great people. And it's probably the best short-term ad I can throw. I want to remind folks about Kelly Carlisle's ad. So you get the funny shape one. From the Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid is going to be, and it's coming out in February, one of the best books. I think it's going to be one of the best novels of 2024. I had the privilege of reading an early version of it. It is incredible. Now, I want to shout out to one of my favorite podcasters, and then we'll go to one more.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Robin Yoda's a really neat lady, and she's had to change her schedule around, but she could use more views. She does not. I think she has like 10 subscribers, guys. We can hook her up. I think we could do better than that. And speaking of people who deserve the best.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I'm all about letting people do their art, encouraging people to do their art, letting folks build up to be the kind of people they want to be. I want you to do that. I want you to sit down and dedicate yourself to the pursuit of creativity, the pursuit of being a light in the darkness, the pursuit of telling the stories that live in your head so that they are not trapped to your own mortality. We live in a world that can be both frightening and wonderful. And the trick is doing what we can to make sure the parts that we love and the parts that matter to us are as wonderful as possible. Let me check these comments that are popping up. And let's see. Seconding Johnny's suggestion. That's who I was about to suggest. His long streams are great. I think I actually follow White Art School. He's almost done. And I got to go work on some art. See ya. That looks like a good close, guys. So get drawing, get creating, because you can always create. You can always improve. You can always edit, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. I will see you Wednesday for another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. And huge love to Brian K. Morris, even when he's grumpy. Ha!